Do you believe in life after love? Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, and today I want to be the living proof that we, Leica shooters, are not just a bunch of retired dentists, as many people used to say, but we can also be dynamic. And so I'm using my Leica Q2 on a monopod, which is one of the three legs of my tripod that I eventually discovered can be detached and used as as an extension for this camera for shooting on the go. I normally use my DJI Action 2 that is far smaller and lightweight, but with this camera, guys, I'm using it for 3 years right now. I am so spoiled. And so the question is, do you believe in life after love? Is there anything else that you might be willing to consider after using Leica? Because I'm also used to this image quality. I'm also used to this simple design. All the commands, all the functions are right there when you need them. You don't need a PASM wheel to tell you in which semi-assisted mode you are. You know if you're using the manual f aperture or automatic. You know if you're using manual settings for the ISO or the automatic. You know if you're using the manual settings for the shutter speed or in automatic. So what? This is more looking like what it was when I started photography. This is why I'm feeling home with my Leica, but I see some limitations. It's 2023 and I've been asked more and more often lately about video production, and despite I'm using this Leica for my talking heads and for vlogging here and there for my channel, I know that the end result when you want to have professional results are a different thing, because despite the beautiful Leica color science, well, you might need phase detect for going around if you want to follow a subject. You might need IBIS because the OIS I'm having right now in the glass might not be enough. And so I'm having a look at all the other brands out there. But will I be able to go back, or maybe it's not going back, to move sideways and move to a different system? Did any of you make the same move after Leica switching to a different camera system? And how does it work? Can you please let me know, because I'm not considering Sony at all. Sony cameras are beautiful pieces of technology, but they're also expensive. And then out there, all the guys, I have plenty of students that come to my street photography classes and they all have their Sony. Most of them were born and raised and they didn't know any other camera system, and they are calling themselves video makers because they are shooting Sony RAW and then do all the color grading and stuff, which is eventually something I will have to learn. But Sony never convinced me about the color science, and so I don't want to add too much work to my workflow. First reason. Second reason, they are also expensive. So in order to have all the functions or the capabilities that I need, we're talking about 3-4 grand, and I don't want to spend that much. Canon, I don't know it that much, but I was never really fond of Canon, despite I had a few, of course. And Nikon, the Z8, it looks like it's not mature yet. It was a very good release, the camera of the year, I keep on telling it, but I think I'm leaning towards Panasonic because the S5 Mark II is a bargain price at the moment. I'm looking at B&H, I'm looking at Camera Canada, guys. The pricing is also aggressive, and it's basically the same price as the Panasonic G9 Mark II that they announced yesterday, meaning that Micro Four Thirds is not that yet. They might still have one or two things to say about it because the glasses are also small and also cheap, but like the 100 to 400 Leica glass for the Panasonic G9 Mark II, it's an f4, so if you consider also the crop factor, it's an actual f8, which is not fast enough. I'm leaning towards the S5 Mark II. Why is that? Because the IBIS paired with the OIS in the glasses, I'm sure will give me plenty of details and plenty of flexibility for video production. Yeah, some encounters here in the woods. This is just some B-roll. As you can see, I am still waiting for the t-shirt from Camera Conspiracies, the Tone, is it Tone t-shirt. So, hi Casey, thank you for entertaining us. I wanted to give back for all the hours that I spent watching your channel. And guys, if you don't know Casey, please follow his channel because he is one of the best comedian out there. Whether he is talking about cameras in his Camera Conspiracies channel, or whether he is talking about diet on the Vegetable Police channels, he is brilliant. So thank you, Casey. And we are both Canadian, so just a little side rant here, Casey, because you're in Ontario and I'm in BC. I purchased your t-shirt, but it comes all the way from the States, and it went bouncing from Texas to Minnesota to I don't know how many other states before it actually entered Canada. So in the end, I didn't get it on time for my birthday, but it's okay. I got it finally, so thank you for that. Please, let's all follow Casey on his channels. I'm using my Leica at the moment mounted on a monopod, which is the one leg that you can detach out of my tripod, and it is also heavy for vlogging compared to what I used to. I used to vlog on my DJI Action 2, which is also compact and lightweight. While for video production, if you need to follow your subject, you will need phase detect. And so this Leica, they gave us with a firmware update recording 4:2 10-bit, which I appreciate if you need to have color grading afterwards. They gave us face recognition, which I'm using right now, but I will have to stay in front of the glass because the moment I turn away, it will lose me. While Panasonic, they're having IBIS plus OIS, they are having phase detect, and they're actually one of the best brands when it comes down to video production. So later this month, you might see me with a new one lens solely to put aside Leica. But the initial question was, do you believe in life after love? Will I be able to transition back after 3 full years with the Leica system? And prior to that, I was 5-6 years with the Nikon full frame. And so will I be able to transition back to a PASM, P-A-S-M camera after I enjoyed the color science and the ease of design and production that Leica gave me for 3 full years? Stay tuned. We will discover it together. If any of you did this move, please let me know. In order to be ready for it, I started using a different camera. So prior this year, they sent me a Pixie, little Pixie. I've been shooting with it for a whole summer. I've been shooting plenty of raw monochrome, and I didn't miss my Leica, so I might be ready. But little Pixie as well is a simple design and manual commands for f-aperture, for ISO, for shutter speed, so I felt at home because it is also similar to my Leica. But those M-mount glasses that I got, it was the Voigtlander 35mm that I sent over together with the camera, and thanks to Zeiss for having lent me the Biogon 25mm that I enjoyed oh so much this summer. If you missed this episode, please find them up here. They tell me that I might be ready to use a different one lens solely. So with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any videos to come. And I guess I will see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.